Hey guys, today is not going to be your normal Geometry Dash video. Today we're actually going to be theorizing about 2.209, and we are also going to be talking about a few things about 2.21, but not too much stuff. But mainly today's video we're going to be talking about that. So first of all, if we go into the Geometry Dash Discord server and we go to page 2 from RobTop Games, the original full account of him, we'll see messages related to stuff. Okay? Now, the first notable one is obviously him saying, "How are you guys doing?" Like him telling people that he's there and ready for questions. And then he says 2.209 is almost done, gang. Considering how this was made in May 5th, 2026, this was published in May 5th, 2026, shows that he's gotten significant progress, if not done with the update. I'm gonna say that he's done, and I'll tell you my reason why and when I think it's gonna release in a sec. The next question that is somewhat related to 2.09, 2.21, but we have this question as well. So then we ask 2.209 almost done, gang, what's in it? And he replies with lots of quality of life stuff and systems like that. After that, we'll continue work on new features for 2.21. So this implies that there's probably hasn't been much done on 2.21 in these past years, but that he will get to it as soon as he's done with 2.209. Which is said to be the final mini update. Well, this isn't confirmed or anything, but I don't think there's gonna be like a 2.210 or something. That'd be dumb. But yeah, that'd be pretty funny, but yeah, probably not. Anyways, another notable thing is that he says, "Got to go back to work, but 2.209 is going well, and we won't have to wait long, so see you later." And then he just heads out. Then, in July, this was in May, but in July, he sends, this funny emoji of, fire in the hole, or a normal face. You could also say that. And then he says that he's coding. "How are you guys?" And then it's actually pretty funny. He hasn't beaten a demon before. That's pretty funny. And then we also have update is fire. I think you guys will like it. Which means that this has to be the biggest mini update we've gotten. Now, that doesn't mean gargantuan actual major update. That just means like the biggest mini update, which is not a major update. Like a major update would be things like 2.1, 2.3, 2.4, and on and on. Those type of version numbers. But any version number with 2.2 and then 0 and then another number that's not 10 usually means that it's a mini update. So, he's referring to the final mini update, which is 2.209. And then, let's go onto the first page here, where he talks about stuff. He roasts some people, but then he says, yeah, how is that savage? Like, Sicky's gonna post RobTop being savage for 18 minutes. Yeah, that's not savage. Yeah, what? And then, we need 2.209 first. And then he says 2.3 when? Yeah, we're getting 2.209. Now, that would be pretty fun. Honestly, I think that we're gonna get the Duality Gauntlet. It's gonna be right here, and then like the first Duality Gauntlet, and then the next page is gonna have. Let's pretend this is the next page. The next page is gonna have the next Duality Gauntlet. And if you're wondering why my Geometry Dash looks like this, is because I have Geode installed. Anyway, I think that we are gonna get the Duality Gauntlet released when 2.209 releases. When do I think it will be? Seeing how some Geometry Dash updates have been scheduled to Thursday usually, I think it's gonna be on a Thursday. However, when and Thursday is it gonna be? It could be a Sunday, a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, or a Thursday, but I feel like it's a Thursday, and I'm landing my bets on August 13th, 2026. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hold on, isn't it a little too soon for, this big update? No, actually, because if you see, the previous Discord chat history, he talks about 2.209 and that he's almost done with it. The fact this was a month ago is not only crazy, but it shows that, yeah, it's pretty much done. And I'm gonna assume this was the time, July 6th was the time that he actually finished the update. And that's the reason why he just came out of nowhere. But he's not telling any of us that. And the reason why I think he's doing that is because he's preparing to set everything up for when the update releases. And when that will release, I think will be in mid-August. Which, like I said, the 13th of August on a Thursday. This could be very nice and very exciting as well. Now, the thing you've been waiting for, all of us have been waiting for this, 2.21. 2.21 is going to have features, long anticipated features, like we're talking the map, platformer gauntlet, which is basically, yeah, like I said, a platformer mode gauntlet, like an equivalent to a gauntlet for platformer mode, except it's bigger, it's grander, it has secrets. What those secrets may be have not been revealed because they are such secrets. Now, 2.21, I think, is, if we're going by the same Thursday schedule, and we're going by previous releases of major updates, I think we're gonna get our beloved game either on the same day that 2.2 becomes 3 years old, or the week before that. So December 12th or December 19th are my bets for 2.21. And you may be wondering, hold on, isn't that too soon? No, really. Because when you think about it, August, we have August here, and if we're waiting that long, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 months away. A 4-month gap for him to work on, finish up the things. I think it's not crazy to say 2.21 will release December holiday this year. And that's pretty exciting. But in 2.209, there's not going to be any new triggers confirmed. Anyways, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed today's video, then smash that like button, and I'll see you next time.